Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeremy Sadowski, and I'm here to bring you exciting Maricosta Mustang varsity football. This is week 4 of the 2020 season, which was postponed to spring of 21 due to COVID-19. The Mustangs take on the Santa Monica Vikings here at Cooper Field at Waller Stadium. Both teams enter this contest without a victory on the season. The head coach for the Santa Monica Vikings is Matt Kirk, and the Vikings started off the season losing to Palos Verdes 41-2 and then Peninsula 13-7. The Mustangs lost in a crazy game to St. Francis 38-35 and then 35-28 versus Culver City. Both games they trailed by 14 points but came back to late fourth quarter leads before losing both of them. And then last week the Mustangs were defeated by the Palos Verdes Sea Kings 40-21. And we are about ready to start week 4 of the 2020 season as senior Thomas Southey kicks it through the end zone. And the Santa Monica Vikings will start off at their own 20-yard line. In at quarterback, number 1, Jaden West for the Vikings. He hands it off for about a yard gain on the play. That was Jameer Smith on the carry for the Vikings. West hands the ball off once again. This time it was Jai Bank Chambers for the Vikings. Third down, 4 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. West is forced out and he is going to be sacked by the Mustangs. Roman Garcia in on the sack for the Mustangs. 4th down situation, punt team on for Santa Monica. Southey back to receive the punt. It will be downed at the Viking 30-yard line. Mustangs in an I formation. First time this season we're seeing the Mustangs under center. Junior quarterback Casey Pavlik under center for the Mustangs. Man in motion, that's Riley Bloomstrand in motion. The handoff goes once again to the back. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 2 situation. Again, I formation. This time the handoff goes to the fullback. That's number 42, Dean Rapetti on the carry. Enough for the 1st down. Handoff this time goes to the tailback. That's number 6, senior Ryan Moreno. Tries to get around the right end. Picks up a couple yards on the carry. Again, the Mustangs in that I formation. Carry goes this time to Moreno. Tried to get around the left end. Good for another few yards. Handoff up the middle goes to the fullback Rapetti. Picked up a couple yards on the carry. Man in motion from right to left. The handoff goes to Moreno. He gets around the right end and into the end zone for an untouched Mustangs touchdown. Mustangs decided to establish the run early on in this game as they are able to go 30 yards for the first score of the game, and they lead the Santa Monica Vikings 7-0. Thomas Southey to kick off once again for the Mustangs. That will go into the end zone for another touchback. 4 receiver set for Santa Monica. The handoff goes up the middle. A nice gainer there for number 3, Jameer Smith, the junior running back. 4 receivers, shotgun. Handoff goes to the single back. That's Smith once again. Might have picked up a yard on the carry. 2nd down and a long 9 yards. Penalty flag on the play. Let's see what this call is going to be. Officials talking it over briefly. Let's see what the It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on both the offense and the defense, so that will offset. West back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side, and that is going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Mustang defensive backfield. 4 receivers. Vikings in shotgun. West is rolling out to his right. He throws it to his right, completes it. Might have picked up a couple yards. It looks like the ball might have been knocked free at the end of the play. And it was, and it's number 33 for the Mustangs recovering it. That's, of course, Michael McDonald, the senior. So the Mustangs will take over on offense, and Pavlik throws it right down the middle and completes it to number 8, Riley Bloomstrand for the Mustangs. Touchdown. Great play there for the Mustangs as Thomas Southey comes on and kicks the extra point. Nice pattern ran there by the junior receiver, Bloomstrand. Southey kicks it off once again, and this time it is going to be taken at the 1-yard line. And will be returned to the Vikings 16-yard line where they'll start their third possession. And the pitch goes back, and that is going to be another turnover as the Vikings tried a little trickery there, and the pitch went awry, and the Mustangs are going to run it up the middle and into the end zone for another touchdown. That's Hunter Jepson on the carry for the Mustangs. And all of a sudden, the Mustangs have opened up a 21-0 lead here in the first quarter of play. Southey kicks it off, this time short, and the Vikings are going to get another return. There's a fumble on the play. Southey recovers it. He might go the distance. There appears to be a penalty flag on the play. Let's see who this is going to be against. What a wild start to this game. It appears that the penalty is against the Mustangs. Coach Morrow doesn't look too happy about that call. 4 receivers set for the Vikings. West takes the ball himself. Might have picked up a yard or two on that play. Wide receiver in motion. Handoff goes to that wide receiver. That's number 3, Jameer Smith on the carry around the right-hand side. Picked up about 5 yards on the carry. 4 receivers, man in motion from right to left this time. West fakes the handoff and completes it up the middle. Nice play by Jameer Smith getting open in the Mustang backfield. Big gainer there for the Vikings. 4 receivers, handoff goes to the single back. That's Smith once again. Picks up a couple yards on the carry. Going to bring up a second down situation here. Wide receiver motion. And West fakes the handoff. Is going to take it himself and get into the end zone for a Vikings touchdown. Santa Monica gets on the board here in the first quarter. And the extra point is up high straight, and it is good. So the Mustangs lead the Vikings 21-7. A high short kick is going to be returned by number 44, Cage Gagan on the play. Mustangs again in the I formation. Handoff goes again to the tailback. That's Thormasgaard. Zane Thormasgaard picked up about 7 yards around the left end. Pavlik hands it off again to Thormasgaard. He works his way again around that left end and picks up enough for the Mustang first down. First and 10, ball at the Vikings 43-yard line. Pavlik under center. He's going to hand it off to the tailback. That's Thormasgaard. This time he tries the right-hand side. And he's going to pick up 12 yards and another Mustang first down. High formation, motion from right to left. Penalty flag on the play. That's going to be against the Mustangs. That will march them back 5 yards. It's going to be first down and 15 now for your Mustangs at the Santa Monica 47-yard line. Motion. Handoff goes to the tailback. That's Thormasgaard once again. Will pick up a couple yards on the carry. Second and long 13. Pavlik dropping back to pass and completes the ball to his left. Mustangs will pick up a first down. That was Rapetti coming out of the backfield to pick up that first down for the Mustangs. Handoff. This time it is Moreno, and Moreno again goes around the right end and into the end zone. His second touchdown of the night. Another nice run by Ryan Moreno, the senior running back. Kick is up high straight, and that is good. So the Mustangs extend their lead to 21 points again as they lead the Vikings 28-7 here in the first quarter of play. Southey kicks the ball into the end zone for a touchback. Santa Monica will begin this drive at their own 20 once again. Weston shotgun, 4 receivers set for the Vikings. He's forced out of the pocket, and he's going to be thrown down for another sack. And that will end the first quarter of play as your Mustangs lead the Santa Monica Vikings 28-7. Vikings setting up a running back screen. Mustang defense read that one well. Jaden McDonald and Thormasgaard in on the tackle for Maricosta. West back to pass. He's going to throw it to his left, and that is incomplete. Josh Bestie was in on the coverage for Maricosta. Santa Monica in punt formation. Ball will take a Maricosta bounce, and the Mustangs will take over on this drive at the Santa Monica 40-yard line. The pass is complete over the middle. That is Danny Millay on the reception. The big tight end picked up a big first down there for the Mustangs. Wide receiver motion, I formation, handoff goes to the tailback. That's Thormasgaard, a nice cut at the 5-yard line, and he's into the end zone for a Mustangs touchdown. Looks like there might be a penalty on the play. Indeed there is. That is a holding call versus Maricosta. That was a pretty fine run there by Thormasgaard, making a great cut at the 5. Mustangs in shotgun. Pavlik is forced out of the pocket, throws it over the middle. That's going to be intercepted by Santa Monica, and they are going to get to about the 20-yard line. That was number 13 for the Vikings. Mark Pfeiffer, the senior DB, with a huge turnover for Santa Monica. Weston shotgun. He's throwing it deep over the middle, and that is going to be intercepted. This time it is Jaden McDonald with the interception for the Mustangs. Great play. Let's take another look at this one. As West overthrows his receiver and McDonald makes a diving interception. And the Mustangs will take over with great field position at the Vikings 30-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Thormasgaard breaking free once again, and he will be thrown out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. I formation, man in motion. Pavlik is going to hand the ball off to Thormasgaard, who's going to get to about the 2-yard line. I formation. Handoff goes to the fullback. That's Rapetti, and he's going to get into the end zone for a Mustangs touchdown. So the Mustangs offense is running all over Santa Monica as that point after attempt is up high, straight, and good. Coaches must have seen some film of Palos Verdes running all over Santa Monica, and they decided, hey, we can do that too. Mustangs will take over as this first half winds down. I formation. Handoff goes to the tailback. That's Thormasgaard. Will pick up a yard or two on the carry. Mustangs in shotgun, 4-receiver set. Pavlik is going to complete the pass to his left. That is Thomas Southey, the senior receiver, with the reception. Handoff this time goes up the middle. That's Moreno on the carry for the Mustangs. Third down and a long 7-yard line. A long 7 yards to go. Man in motion. Mustangs in the eye. Pavlik back to pass. He set up a running back screen to perfection, and that's Thormasgaard, who is able to squirt free down the left-hand sideline to the Santa Monica 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Again, I formation. This time the handoff goes up the middle. That's Cage Gagan on the carry for Maricosta. Offset, I formation. Handoff goes to Thormasgaard. He works his way around the right-hand side. Another big gain for that Mustang running attack. Man in motion from right to left. I formation. Pavlik is going to hand the ball off to the tailback. Might have picked up a yard or two on the carry. Pavlik back to pass. He's throwing it to his left, and that is going to be incomplete. So Mustangs here are going to go for it and get it on a run around the left-hand side. That's Thormasgaard getting into the end zone. Zane Thormasgaard, the senior running back linebacker for the Mustangs, is having quite a game, along with senior Ryan Moreno and number 42 for the Mustangs, junior Dean Rapetti. This Mustang running attack is running on all cylinders right now, as that is a line drive kick. Van Graw in to kick off for the Mustangs now. West back to pass. He throws it and completes it to his right. That is Smith once again on the reception. Mustang defense was all over that play. West back to pass. He's going to throw it to his left and completes it. A nice catch on the play. Kamari Jabari with a huge catch there for Santa Monica, picking up a first down. Handoff goes to the back, and he's going to be caught in the backfield by the Mustang defense. Number 65 for the Mustangs, slow to come off. That's Murphy Glasgow. Hopefully he'll be back soon, as Santa Monica is trying for a big play there. It's incomplete. Pass interference looks like will be the call. And it is. So it'll be first down and 10 at the Mustang 41-yard line. Trips right, handoff goes to the back. That's Smith. He will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. A little dump off pass to a wide receiver screen on the right-hand side. Pick up maybe 5 yards on the play. Third down, West rolling out to his left. He's going to take it himself. He is going to be just shy of the first down. And Santa Monica will go for it here on fourth down. It looks like they do have enough for the first down at about the Mustang 31-yard line. First down, Vikings. Shotgun formation, West back to pass. He's throwing it over the middle, and that is incomplete. High snap, West back to pass. Throws it incomplete again to the left-hand side. There is a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what the call is going to be. It is going to be pass interference versus the Mustangs. So that will give the Vikings another first down. As this second quarter winds down, Vikings trying to get some points on the board as they trail the Mustangs 42-7. First and 10 at the Maricosta 15-yard line. Three receivers set. Running back in motion. The little running back screen is set up on the right-hand side, and that is going to be stopped for little to no gain. Number 11 for the Mustangs, Charlie Kohler, in on the stop. West back to pass. He's throwing it deep and overthrows his receiver down the left-hand sideline. Two receivers to the left. Running back motion, and West overthrows his receiver this time to the right. Four receivers set. West back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side, and that is incomplete. Turnover on downs. Mustangs in shotgun. The handoff goes to Hunter Jepson, who gets around the right-hand side, picks up about 12 yards, and a Mustang first down. Mustangs first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pistol formation for the Mustangs. It's going to be a loss on the play. In at quarterback for the Mustangs is Caden Kubler. The junior quarterback is going to hand off this time to number 25 for the Mustangs. That's Alan Gray. And that will bring us to halftime as your Mustangs have dominated the Santa Monica Vikings 42-7. We'll be right back with more Mustang football action. Welcome back, fans, to Cooper Field at Waller Stadium. It's halftime as your Mustangs are dominating the Vikings from Santa Monica here in Bay League action. And the Vikings will kick off to start this second half. It's a short, high kick taken at about the 25-yard line. Nice return there for the Mustangs. Caden Kubler will be in at quarterback for the Mustangs. 4 receivers, shotgun set for Maricosta. Kubler back to pass. It's incomplete. That was intended for Van Graw, number 12 for the Mustangs. Van Graw, of course, is the junior receiver place kicker for Maricosta. Should see a lot of the younger Mustangs here in the second half, as the Mustangs have a 35-point lead to start this second half of play. Penalty is against Santa Monica. That will give the Mustangs a first down. 4 receivers set, man in motion, handoff goes to that man in motion. That's Gerhardt around the left-hand side. A big gainer there for the Mustangs to about the 11-yard line. That's senior Brenton Gerhardt on the run there, as Hunter Jepson gets the carry this time around the right end. 4 receivers set, man in motion. Handoff goes to that man in motion again. That's Gerhardt again trying to get around the left-hand side. Picks up a few yards to about the 6-yard line. Trips right. Shotgun pass is intended for number 40 for the Mustangs. That's Clayton Sagedoven. Incomplete. Trips right, shotgun. Kubler back to pass. He throws it to his left, and that's incomplete, intended for Van Graw. Vikings will take over on downs. West still in at quarterback here for the Vikings. The handoff goes to Smith, and he is stopped around the right-hand side. Good job by the Mustang defense. West back to pass. He throws it deep and completes it down the left-hand sideline. Number 43 in on the tackle, Owen McTavish for the Mustangs. Big gain on the play for Santa Monica. Ball in Mustang territory. Handoff this time goes around the right-hand side to number 21 for the Vikings, Marcos Gonzalez. Second down and about 6 yards to go. Gonzalez again on the carry. This time gets around the left-hand side. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. West back to pass. He's looking deep. He's looking down the middle. Has a man just overthrew him. 3 receivers set. High snap. It goes over West's head, and that is going to be touchdown there. And that should be a turnover on downs for the Mustangs. Big play there by the Mustang defense after that huge reception. Offset pistol I formation. Handoff goes to the tailback. Good for about 5 yards on the carry. 4 receiver set. Man in motion from right to left. Handoff goes to that man in motion. And he's going to work his way to the left-hand side. Not too many yards on that carry for Haynes of the Mustangs. Tight trips right formation. Kubler back to pass. Throws it to his left and completes it to number 12, Van Graw, at the Santa Monica 30-yard line. 4th down and about 7 yards to go. 4 receivers set for the Mustangs. Kubler is going to complete it to Van Graw once again on the left-hand side. He breaks free. He could go all the way and gets into the end zone. Great job there by Van Graw. The Mustangs set up that wide receiver screen to perfection. Let's take another look at that play. as the Mustangs ran that wide receiver screen to the short side of the field, and the Mustang offensive line got some good blocks for Van Graw, and he broke free and got into the end zone. And Van Graw will come on to kick the extra point, and that is up high straight, and it is good. So the Mustangs extend their lead here versus the Santa Monica Vikings to 49-7. Kickoff by Van Graw will be returned to about the 33-yard line, where the Vikings will begin this possession here in the third quarter. West limping back onto the field for the Vikings. Appears to be shaken up a little bit. Three receiver set. Handoff goes to the back. That's Gonzalez on the carry for Santa Monica. Again, Gonzalez gets the handoff. He cuts back to the left and is going to be taken down by Dean Rapetti. However, the Vikings have enough, that looks like, for a first down. It's a high snap. Gonzalez is going back. However, it looks like Dean Rapetti beat him to the ball and recovered the fumble for the Mustangs. Let's take another look at this play as the snap is launched over the quarterback's head. The running back tries to dive on it, but Dean Rapetti just outmuscles him for the ball. And the Mustangs get the turnover here. Handoff goes to the back. Might have picked up a yard on the play. Second down and long for the Mustangs. Four receivers set. Handoff goes to Jepson. Jepson trying to work his way around the right-hand side. Picks up a few yards on the carry. Trips left. Kubler drops the ball. He picks it up. He throws it to his right. Incomplete. That could have been disastrous for the Mustangs. Fourth down situation. Kubler back to pass, and it's incomplete. Santa Monica will take over on downs. As we go into the fourth quarter of play, your Maricosta Mustangs lead the Santa Monica Vikings 49-7. Santa Monica and Culver City are new to the Bay League this season, replacing Lusinger and Centennial. So the Bay League is made up of Maricosta, Redondo, Palos Verdes, Peninsula High School, as well as Culver City and Santa Monica. West in at quarterback hands the ball off, and the back is able to squirt free and pick up a couple yards on the carry. That's Lennon Mura on the carry for Santa Monica. West back to pass, throws it to his left, incomplete. There is a running clock going now for this contest, with the score being 42 points here in the fourth quarter. Handoff goes up the middle. Mustangs are able to pick up a few yards and are still picking up yardage. An additional 3 yards on the carry after first contact. Four receiver set, man in motion. Handoff goes to that man in motion. That's Van Graw, and he is able to pick up a first down. Ball is at the Vikings 44-yard line. Little confusion in the backfield for the Mustangs. Hunter Jepson is the one that comes out with the ball, and there will be a loss of a couple yards on that play. Tight four receiver set for the Mustangs. Kubler rolls to his right. He's going to throw it deep down the right-hand sideline, incomplete. Four receivers set, man in motion. Handoff goes to that man in motion. That's Gerhardt around the left-hand side. Pick up a couple more yards on the carry. 4-receiver set for the Mustangs. Kubler back to pass. Incomplete, intended for Graw. Four-receiver set for Maricosta. Kubler completes it this time to the left-hand side, right at the 50-yard line. Two and a half minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The clock is running. However, Santa Monica has called a timeout. They're just trying to get work in here as this contest is well out of hand. 49-7. Matt Kirk called the timeout. Wanted to get a few more plays in on this shortened season. Couple of defensive substitutions here for the Mustangs also. 3-receiver set. The handoff goes to Muir around the right-hand side. Might have picked up a yard or two on the carry. Looks like another timeout on the field. West back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the left-hand side, and that is going to be incomplete. Penalty against the Mustangs. That will give Santa Monica a first down as the clock continues to run out here on for the Santa Monica Vikings. Again, it's good to see the cheer staff back in action here at Cooper Field at Waller Stadium as your Mustangs are dominating this Bay League contest versus Santa Monica. Mustangs looking for their first win of this postponed 2020 season, as we are in week number 4. Up next for the Mustangs is Peninsula High School right back here at Maricosta, followed by a road game at Redondo. Timeout on the field. Again, Coach Kirk is looking to get as many plays as possible in this condensed season. Santa Monica will play Redondo next, followed by Culver City to finish off the season. Hopefully the Vikings will get their first Bay League victory next week versus Redondo. 4-receiver set. West forced out of the pocket. He throws it deep down the right-hand side, incomplete. And that will do it for this contest. The Mustangs win 49-7. We'll see you fans here next week at Cooper Field at Waller Stadium as your Maricosta Mustangs take on the Peninsula Panthers.